heart is trembling. You dread meeting such a person. وَالرَّجَاءُ hoping, وَالتَّوَكُّلْ dependence. كُلُّ anticipation. Fear is an anticipation of harm. That is fear. So you are afraid that this person is going to harm you. He hasn't harmed you yet, but in anticipation of that harm, you are afraid. That is fear. That is fear. وَهُوَ نَوْعَانِ, and it is into two categories. Please, if the network is fluctuating, let us know. Okay. وَهُوَ نَوْعَانِ, the fear of worship.
Can we say divine fear?
Yes, the fear that is categorized under what? Under ibadah. وَالْخَوْفُ الطَّبِيعِي, and then the natural fear. Natural fear of ibadah, act of shirk. So listen, what is this fear? This fear, صَرْفُهُ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ شِرْكٌ, when you that other than Allah has no authority over. Mafhum? You are afraid of someone. Illallah. Only Allah is able to do that thing, but you're afraid of other than Allah in anticipation of that thing. I don't know if you understand this. Explanation will follow. كَأَن يَخَافَ أَحَدًا أَن يُمْرِضَهُ. For example, it's going to make me to fall sick. Subhanallah. I'm afraid this person is going to make me to be paralyzed. I'm afraid this person is going to, like the witches and wizards that you have. So you see people being afraid of witches and wizards and jinns, that they're going to take their lives. You know, they're afraid. You know, this wizard in our local environment, this wizard in our community, that is أَوْ أَيَّقَبِدَ رُوحَهُ أَوْ يُمِيتَ وَلَدَهُ. You have a child. You're afraid that this person is going to kill your child. So you go to your village, you're hiding your child because you're afraid that if the witch sees your child, she's going to kill your child overnight. Or the wizard, if he sees your child, he's going to kill your child. So you're afraid that this person has the ability to take the soul of your child. That is the shirk of fear. It happens. It happens. Some people are afraid to take their children to their villages, to their hometowns, because they're afraid that there is someone there that will harm their child, either make the child to fall sick, which we have made mention of, or even kill the child. That is. In a bid to protect yourself, you are falling into shirk. أليس كذلك؟ كما يفعل كثير من الجهال. A lot of ignorant people fall into this. Look at the term he used, al-juhal, ignorant people. Even though they might claim to be knowledgeable, even though they might claim to be professors, even though they might have traveled to so many countries, as long as they take my child to fall sick, or to take my soul, or take the soul of my child, as long as you have that, you are reckoned to be amongst what? You are reckoned to be towards explaining what intelligence is. Intelligence is tawheed. Whoever abandons tawheed is counted as an ignorant person, because now his mind is twisted. This person, one that has the ability to do all of these things. Mafhum? يخافون على حمل زوجاتهم وعلى أولادهم من الجن. They are genuinely afraid. The pregnancy, their wives are pregnant. The jinnat, they're going to من الجن. على حمل زوجاتهم وعلى أولادهم من الجن يخافون من السحرة. They're afraid of the people that of magic. They're afraid of people that kuta. They tell you that he's wali. Don't do anything against his tariqah, because he's going to cause you to suffer from poverty, or he's going to attack you, or he's going to make you to suffer loss in your businesses. a dead person. إن الذين تدعون من دون الله عباد أمثالكم فادعوهم فليستجيبوا لكم إن كنتم صادقين عليهم أرجل يمشون بها أليس كذلك؟ فيعملون أعمالا شركية لأجل أن يتخلصوا من هذا الخوف. And then because of their genuine fear for all of these things that we have made mention of, then you see them doing dates of shirk. فَيَعْمَلُونَ أَعْمَالًا شِرْكِيًّا. So someone is asking them to bury animals alive. Someone is asking them to make sacrifice of blood sacrifice. Someone is asking them to do certain things. مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ بِهَا مِن سُلْطَانٍ. Asking you in your village or by this wizard in your village. So they ask you to do all of this from this what? From this fear. فَهَذَا لَا يَقَدِرُ عَلَيْهِ إِلَّا اللَّهُ. All of these things. Al-amradu, sicknesses, wal-maut, death, wal-rizq, wealth. هذه أمور لا يقدر عليها إلا الله. Wallahi, these are matters that none has any authority or ability to do them except Allah. So why should you direct your fear to other than Allah? Allah is the one that has the ability to take your soul at any time. Allah is the one that has the ability to from these consequences that come as a result of disobedience. ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما قسبت أيدي الناس ليذيقهم بعض الذي عملوا لعلهم يرجعون. أليس كذلك؟ نعم. كذلك, you were blessed yesterday, today the blessing has been taken away from you. Afraid that, oh, this guy is going to make me to suffer poverty. You're afraid. And then some people are threatening that you're going to suffer loss in your businesses. If you're afraid of them, then you're afraid of non-living things. Be genuinely afraid of Allah, and then Allah will protect you. نعم. يعني كذلك إنزال البركة أو غير ذلك هذه أمور لا تكون إلا من الله. These matters do not happen except from Allah. That you are tested with authority today, power, authority, position. Wallahi, there is no any human being, soothsayer, boka, marabout, jinn, that can be able to lift that barakah away from you. That today Allah has made you the governor, Allah has made you the chairman, Allah has made you the GM, Allah has made you the MD, Allah has made you the governor, the emir. Wallahi, there is no amount of black magic that can remove you from that position. It's Tawheed. So a lot of people with their education, with their wealth, they are afraid of non-living things. كذلك إنزال البركة وغير ذلك هذه أمور لا تكون إلا من الله عز وجل فإذا خاف أحدا في شيء لا يقدر عليه إلا الله فهذا شرك أكبر. So if you are afraid, if anyone is afraid of anything, you are afraid of someone in anything that he has no any power over, shirkun akbar. This is a major shirk. This is a major shirk. So can't we see that we're toying with our tawheed? With our wealth and everything, someone is coming to us and telling us that this is the only thing you can do. You know, we say al-khawf, go? Yani tawaqqu'u al-makruh, anticipating harm. So someone comes to you, now that you are the governor, these are the things that you need to do, because there are people that will not leave any stone unturned until they see that you are removed from this position. So makrul. So it tells you, make sure you have that talisman with you. There is no harm that will come your way, because you're anticipating that harm. It gives you this, and then you see someone telling you that I will travel that path, nothing will happen. It's not depending on Allah, it's dependent on that thing that Qubur. Is it the grave that you're afraid of, or the inhabitants of the grave that Satan is at the grave. But they're telling you that is wali. If you do anything against his tariqah, then you're going to be harmed. So you're genuinely afraid of that inhabitant of grave. That is Shirk Akbar. He sees non-living things hung around. This one is been hung, they're hanging non-living things around their shrines. And then you see someone genuinely being afraid of those non-living things. If the horn of that sheep that is hung there, if the sheep has the ability to protect itself from being slaughtered, it would have protected itself from being slaughtered. What more of the horn that is hanging there? You see people genuinely afraid of jinn. أليس كذلك؟ أنه كان رجال من الإنس يعوذون برجال from amongst mankind. يعوذون برجال الاستعاذة that is shirk. يعوذون برجال من الجن. They are seeking for protection. أعوذ بسيد هذا الوادع. Whenever they reach a vital morning. أنه كان رجال من الإنس يعوذون برجال من الجن فزادوهم راقا. And this now increase them in sin and rancor and disobedience. It increased the jinnats. So, or the mankind, whichever one, to be protected from وَيَعْمَلُونَ أَعْمَالًا شِرْكِيًّا, committing shirk in a bid to protect yourself. This increased the jannats in misguidance, in sin and rancor, or it increases mankind in sin and rancor. Because they are getting farther and farther and farther away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by committing shirk, the shirk of fear. And a lot of people, Allahul Musta'an, perhaps are guilty of this, running into shirk without knowing or knowingly, from pillar to post. And the shayateen and tamassahum bisu'in, that they shafi that they that they harm them with some harmful things. أو أن تنزل بهم ضررا فيذهبون يتقربون إلى هذه الأشياء فيذهبون you see them للشرك يتقربون إلى هذه الأشياء لدفع ضررها, so that they will protect, they thinking that they are going to protect themselves of the fear that they have for them. That is typically like they do. They seek for protection from the jinnat because they are afraid that if they do not do so, the jinnat in that valley, wadi, they are going to what? They are going to harm them. So it's better we seek for protection from them, and then we'll be under amnesty till morning. I hope I'm that it is so and so that is responsible for my daughters not getting married. So they run to people, or they are afraid that it's the jinnat. So they run to people and then they ask them to commit shirk. أليس كذلك? So bury this alive, kill this alive, kill this, bury this alive, kill this, and drink the blood, or take a bath with the blood, or put on this, or do that, commit zina with a mad woman, do all of these things, all in a bid to protect. Seemingly, they say, أخاف إن لم أذبح له. Listen, you hear them saying, أخاف إن لم أذبح له أن يصيبني أو يصيب أولادي. I'm afraid that if I do not, and that is what the people in secret court are meant to do. That is what the people that visit the soothsayers are meant to do. You see your rich, powerful politicians, for example, some of them, I don't know any, You see some powerful kings, I don't know any. You see some powerful rich men, I don't know any. You see some. So you hear them saying, to be this, you're going to get the contract that you're seeking for, you're going to marry that man that you want to marry, you're going to be the only wife to that man, she's going to be your wife forever, and sure of what they have done, that you have attained the position that you're occupying today. And then they have stipulated that monthly or quarterly or yearly you have to make a sacrifice of an orphan. Sometimes they give those considered. So you see people going to orphanage to steal children. Or you have to make a sacrifice of a virgin. So you see young people, young ladies getting missed. You have to do this twice a year. How do you, the English language has run away. So biwa shakara. Twice per annum. Do you understand? It's coming. They have to look for that sacrifice. It's either they say you have to sacrifice a live animal by burying the animal alive, black sheep, or black goat, or black cow, or black cat, or black dog, but you have to make that sacrifice as the time goes. That evil spirit, they say, it's my turn now, then the guy is saying that he has to sacrifice his mother, right? Otherwise he will run mad, right? He has to sacrifice his brother, otherwise he will run mad, because he's a rich man now, but he believes he has gotten his riches from the evil ways. And then to maintain that position, he has to keep appeasing the gods. That is shirk. That is shirk. And it happens in our bid to acquire the things of this dunya. I hope I'm communicating. Aw mali, or they're going to affect my wealth. I'm going to become a poor person. So I need to maintain elite status. And for me to be able to maintain this elite status, the jinnat have stipulated that I have to sacrifice an old person every quarter of the year. So I'm afraid of poverty. Aw ma ashbahu dhalik, or what is in resemblance to this that we had mentioned, a similar matter of this. Kama qala qawmu Hudin, as the people of Hud say. You know, they will threaten you with babalaos. What did the people of Hud say? In naqulu illa i'taraka, some of our gods, asabak shine, yani, that is the meaning of wana i'taraka, Hud alayhi salam. Now if he does not desist, some of their gods will seize him with madness. So that is what the Bokas are stipulating. If you don't make this sacrifice, your child is going to die in the next month. And then you see this person running from post to pillar. He gets his boys, go and kidnap so and so. We need to make this sacrifice tonight before, or full moon. Ma anzalallahu biha min sultan. Shirk. So what did they say? All that we say is that some of our gods have seized you with evil madness. Alaysa kadhalik. Ay yani yuhaddidunahu bi alihatihim wa yukhawwifunahu bi alihatihim. They are threatening Prophethood alayhi salam with their gods, false deities. Go, as the Bokas will threaten you. Are you fighting with me? You will see. So the Bokai is or the person that is patronizing, or the woman that is fighting with her co-wife, she's threatening her co-wife. And I'm going to make your children to be useless. You are, threatening them. But look at the person of Tawheed. Just listen to what the person of Tawheed does in the face of this empty threat from people of disgusting human beings. Disgusting human beings committing shirk. Threatening believers in Islamic monotheism. Look at the response of a monotheist. قال إني أشهد الله. قال إني أشهد الله مما تشركون. And bear you witness that I'm free from that which you ascribe as partners in worship. I'm not afraid of them. I am declaring my dissociation from you and that which you associate as partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Min dunihi, besides Allah, fakiduni jami'an thumma la tunzirun. So plot against me, all of you, and give me no respite. That is the power of Tawheed. In the face of threats from the mushrikun, from the polytheists, from the disbelievers, a muwahhid stands by the pillar of Tawheed and it says, فَكِيدُونِي جَمِيعًا ثُمَّ لَا تُنْظِرُونَ. So plot against me, all of you, and give me no respite. Gather all the bokas, all the soothsayers, all the marabouts. Wallahi, and plot against me. I'm not afraid of you. فَكِيدُونِي جَمِيعًا ثُمَّ لَا تُنْظِرُونَ. Give me no respite. Give. Wallahi, I'm not doing that. I that you're seeing evil plots, because I put my trust in Allah. At-tawakkul, ibadah. I put my trust in Allah, my Lord and your Lord. هذا هو التوحيد. Wallahi, this is Tawheed. هذا هو التوحيد. تحداهم كلهم هم وآلهتهم. He has challenged them, all of them and their gods. He has challenged them. فَكِيدُونِي جَمِيعًا. You and your gods have challenged you. Plot against me. فَلَا يعني ثُمَّ لَا تُنْظِرُونَ إِنِّي تَوَكَّلْتُ عَلَى اللَّهِ رَبِّي وَرَبِّكُمْ. Brothers and sisters in Islam, this is the line I want us to draw here. Tawheed gives you some level of gods and comfort and the promise of Allah that you will not be afraid of anyone besides Allah. That is why Allah says, فَلَا تَخَافُوهُمْ وَخَافُونِي إِن كُنْتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. If truly you are believers, then you don't have any cause to be afraid of anyone besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because wallahu dhu fadlin azim. We said it. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, lamma ulqiya fil nar, when he was thrown into hellfire, he said, Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakeel. Allah protected him. Qulna ya naru quni bardan wa salaman ala Ibrahim. It became cold and favorable for Ibrahim alayhi salam because he trusted in Allah. When Prophet Musa alayhi salam was pursued by 1 million man army of Fir'aun, and then in front of him is the Red Sea. قَالَ أَصْحَابُ مُوسَى إِنَّا لَمُدْرَكُونَ. The people of Musa, they say, we are destroyed. What did Musa alayhi salam said? قَالَ كَلَّا إِنَّ مَعِيَ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينَ. He said, no, behold, my Lord is with me, he will guide me. Jannats. And then they commit all sorts of shirk. فَيَعْمَلُونَ أَعْمَالًا شِرْكِيًّا. Out of this fear that they have for humans like them, jinns that are created beings, or even non-living things. May Allah protect us. فَكِيدُونِي جَمِيعًا ثُمَّ لَا تُنْظِرُونَ لَا تُمْهِلُونِي بَلْ مِنَ الْآنِ فَكِيدُونِي. Don't even give me respite. Now, start plotting against me. وَلَمْ يَقَدِرُوا عَلَيْهِ بِشَيْءٍ. They are not able to do anything against him. But نَصَرَهُ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ. Allah granted him success. فَالَّذِي يَخَافُ مِنْ غَيْرِ اللَّهِ فِي مَا لَا يَقْدِرُ عَلَيْهِ إِلَّا اللَّهَ ذَا يَكُونُ قَدْ أَشْرَكَ الشِّرْكَ الْأَكْبَرَ وَهَذَا يُسَمَّى خَوْفُ الْعِبَادَةِ. Is this clear now? Is this clear now? خَوْفُ الْعِبَادَةِ شِرْكُ الْعِبَادَةِ. The opposite of it. Khawf al-ibadah, you're only afraid of Allah, not of any mortal being. So some people want you to be afraid of them besides Allah. Don't be afraid of anyone. Be afraid of Allah alone. Khawf al-ibadah. Wa khawf al-shirk kathirun fin nas. This shirk of fear that we have made mention of, kathirun fin nas. Look at what Sheikh Fawzan bin Fawzan is explaining under the commentary. Kathirun fin nas. So it's not an exaggeration what we have been saying. It is widely common amongst people. يَخَافُونَ مِنَ الْقُبُورِ. As we have mentioned, they are afraid of this wali that has been buried in that grave, and non-living human now is dead, but they are afraid that this wali, if you go against this tariqah, you're going to be harmed. Your business is going to suffer a setback. يَخَافُونَ مِنَ الْقُبُورِ أَوْ مِنَ الْأَوْلِيَاءِ. يخافون من الشيطان. They are afraid. يقومون بتقديم القربات. Sacrifice, seeking for, presenting to these non-living things or these things that they are afraid of. الذبائح, sacrifice, they slaughter things, as we see. والنذور, and they make bakanchi, vowing, they take oath, make vows. You see people doing that in shrines. والأطعمة, and then foods, they present. وغير ذلك من النقود يلقونها على أضرحتهم من أجل أن يسلموا من شرهم أو You see chickens that have been slaughtered, heads up, because you see them there, they throw them, right? You see even on television, right? They throw these things. You see the head of human beings, skulls, you see them there, right? Why? أو ينالوا من خيرهم, or they will attain the good that these people or these evil things are. Father, النوع الثاني, the second one, يقدر على ما تخافوه منه. It is for you to be afraid of something that apparently you are supposed to be afraid of it. كأن تخاف من الحية. When you see a snake, do you start smiling and dancing in front of a snake, or you run away? You are genuinely afraid. That is not shirk. That is not shirk. Al-hayya, when you see it, a serpent. أليس كذلك؟ كأن تخاف من الحية أو العقرب. You see al-aqrab. What is that? Scorpion. You see scorpion and start dancing, and then you pick the scorpion up. So you are genuinely afraid of this, naturally afraid. That is not shirk. أو من العدو. You see an enemy coming with guns. You see bandits coming. You say, no, Tawheed, I'm not going to run away. If I run away, I will be committing shirk. That is not it. These are things that naturally you are afraid of, right? You are afraid of highway robbers. You are afraid of thieves burgling into your house. You are afraid of bandits on the road. That has nothing to do with touching your Tawheed. Alaysa kadhalik. Because these are things, your enemies, they are coming out against you. These are things that naturally you are afraid of. هذه أمور ظاهرة ومعروفة. These are apparent things and they are known, right? To be harmful. فالخوف منها لا يسمى شركا. هذا خوف طبيعي. This is not called the shirk of fear. It is the natural fear, instinctive fear. أليس كذلك؟ من شيء ظاهر معروف, of something that is apparent and is known, like snake. Like your enemy coming dashing forth with weapon, and then you're saying, "Na the tawhid baransaya." If you are not afraid, you commit shirk, because anything that goes against the natural state, it takes you to shirk. In this manner, it is known that when a gun is shot and bullet comes out, it hits the human body. Allah has not created our body as bulletproof. So now you went and did some abracadabra, and then you say bullet is not coming. That is shirk. The list of it. You are doing sihr and other things. You are doing sihr. It leads to shirk. نعم لأنك تخاف من سبب ظاهر مطلوب الوقاية منه. Because you are afraid of something that is apparent that you're supposed to be afraid of, and then you seek for means of protection from it. Now, when you have bulletproof car, does that make you a mushrik? No. Now that you are asking for securities to come and man your house, is that shirk? No. You are seeking, now that you are seeking for anti-serpent disinfectant or other, is that shirk? No, you are seeking for protection with things that protection is being made to be sought from. That is not shirk. Lest we get confused here. For example, وَالْحَذَرُ مِنْهُ تَأْخُذُ السِّلَاحِ. You take a weapon, gun, or knife. تأخذ العصا. You pick up a stick, العصا. أليس كذلك؟ لقتل الحية. To kill a snake. When you see something you are afraid, that is the means of protection from it, right? You take a snake, or you take a gun, or you take a knife, right? A sword to kill a serpent that comes your way. Because it's a natural thing that you're afraid of, and this is a natural means of dealing with it. But you're afraid of someone that it will make you to fall sick or cause you to suffer from poverty when he has no means, and then you are seeking for protection against poverty by slaughtering human beings. Where is the connection? You a governor or a president? How does burying an animal alive qualifies you to attain a position that you are seeking for? How? Where is the nexus? But when you pick up a stick, understand the difference between these two types of fear? Now, لقتل الحية والعقرب وقتل السبع, wild animals. We know al-hayya, we know al-aqrab, we know al-saba, wild animals. لأن هذه أمور محسوسة حسية. These are things that you see, they are physical, they are tangible. These are tangible. That's it. Mahsusa, I think this is the right synonym here. Mahsusa, they are tangible things. But when you kill an albino to become a governor, how tangible is that? What is the nexus? What is the connection? How does that make you this? How does putting a talisman protect you from gunshot? How tangible is that for a reasonable mind? Juhal. Allahul Musta'an. وَفِيهَا ضَرَرٌ مَعْلُومٌ. And in it there are known harm. When a snake bites you, the venom is there. These are known harms. When your enemy comes, the bandits, when he takes you, it guns you down. These are known. أليس كذلك؟ فإذا خفت منها. So if you genuinely exercise fear and then you are afraid of them, فهذا لا يسمى شركا بل يسمى خوفا طبيعيا. طبيعيا. It is what? طبيعيا. Natural fear. It is not shirk. ولهذا قال الله في موسى عليه السلام فخرج منها خائفا. فخرج منها, he left the town, right? He left Egypt. خائفا, afraid. He was afraid. Why? Because he killed someone mistakenly. So he left, he was afraid, looking about. You know, he was running from Egypt and then he was turning back, يترقب, watching. That is يترقب, looking about lest an enemy comes. That is natural. خائفا من أعدائه أليس كذلك؟ لأنه قتل منهم نفسا, because he killed from amongst them a soul, so he was afraid. So this is natural fear. وهرب, and then he ran away عليه الصلاة والسلام إلى مدين, to Madian. وكان يترقب ويخشى, he was looking about and he was afraid. ويخشى, he was afraid fearfully. أن يلحقوه. تعلم الإنسان أن يعتصم بالله عز وجل. Man knows that he not seek for, depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hold on to Allah. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ أن يعتصم بالله ويأخذ بالأسباب التي تدفع عنه الضرر. You depend on Allah and then you seek for means of protecting yourself against non-harms. Right? Like we have mentioned of وَيَعْتَمِدَ عَلَى اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ وَيَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ, like Prophet Musa alayhi salam did. Like someone that will pick up a stone to kill it. Like it depends on Allah to protect him against that, but he will take a means of protecting himself from that bear. You depend on Allah to protect you, but this road, evil people are manning it, so you drive on a bulletproof car. You have taken a caution, but you depend on Allah. That's it. Because these are known means of protection and these are known harms. قال تعالى فلا تخافوهم وخافوني إن كنتم مؤمنين. هذه الآية في سورة آل عمران في قصة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم مع المشركين يوم أحد لما توعدهم المشركون وقالوا نرجع إليهم ونستعصلهم فالله جل وعلا يقول إنما ذلكم الشيطان يخوف أولياءه فلا تخافوهم وخافوني إن كنتم مؤمنين. أي أن هذا التهديد, this threat, وهذا الوعيد إنما هو من الشيطان, is from shaitan. Shaitan ne kawai ke tsorata ku wallahi. يخوفكم أولياءه أو يخوف من انقاد له من الناس. Whoever submits to him, Satan constantly makes you to be in a state of fear. That is why those that have given themselves up to secret cult, to soothsaying, to brokers, to all of these things, they're constantly afraid. Anything that happens, they're trying to interpret it. This is my enemy trying to attack you. So they're constantly under fear. فَإِنَّهُ يَتَسَلَّطْ عَلَيْهِمْ. He unleashes his evil against these people. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik.